Welcome to this ToolHound Learning Center video on using the Reorder Worksheet to quickly generate purchase orders, purchase order requisitions, and transfer requests. The Reorder Worksheet can be thought of as a wizard bringing together information from the low inventory report and the functionality of a spreadsheet similar to an import. As part of the purchasing module, there are certain requirements. The most important is to set the min and max quantities for the part number for each stocking location. To work with purchase orders and purchase order requisitions, ensure all units of measure and vendors are already in the system. For more efficiency, set the primary vendor for each stocking location for each part number. Let's take a look at the layout of the Reorder Worksheet. When the Reorder Worksheet is first loaded, all that is presented is the choice of a stocking location to replenish and a list of options or criteria to build the query. You can think of the query options as the quick filters on a report. Clicking Run Query displays all the parts that meet the criteria selected. The more information already on the part number, the fewer clicks are required to complete the worksheet. Only parts meeting the criteria entered appear on the worksheet. You cannot add any supplemental parts to the worksheet, but after the documents are generated, you can add new part numbers to them or modify the quantities. You can also save the worksheet and come back later. One worksheet can be saved per stocking location at a time. Once ready to submit, click Process to choose how to replenish this inventory. Purchase order is most common. If multiple vendors are selected, multiple documents will be created. Purchase requisition and transfer requests are also options. One document will be created for each. We'll walk through examples of each one of these outputs. Let's start with the most common scenario of using the Reorder Worksheet to create purchase orders. Let's start by selecting the main stocking location. We won't select any of the filters for the query, and we'll click Run Query. We only want to order come along parts. So in the filter row, we'll type COM, which will reduce the list. Then for each one of the 4 remaining parts, we'll enter the purchase unit of each, the issue unit of each, and we'll enter the quantity. 5 for the half ton, and for the 10 ton, we'll enter 4. For the 20 ton, we'll order 2, and finally for the 3/4 ton, we will order 5. Next, we select the document type of purchase order, and to override any vendor that was selected on the part number row, and to place this order for a single vendor, use this vendor for all details, and we'll select R&B company. And finally, we'll click Process. Let's look up the purchase order that was created. Purchase order number 132. We can see that it used the vendor, R&B company, that we selected, and looking on the Details tab, there are the 4 come along part numbers with the quantities we entered on the Reorder Worksheet. The second most common scenario is creating a requisition that will be turned into a purchase order. We're going to create a purchase rec for the janitorial tool crib. So select the stocking location, check Consumable Only, and click Run Query. All 3 part numbers have primary vendors, purchase units, and conversion factors on the part number, so they're populated on the Reorder Worksheet. All we have to do is enter the order quantity. Remember that the quantity is the purchase unit, not the issue unit. So for both the Lysol disinfectant and the Kleenex tissue, we're ordering by case of 12. We'll select the document type of purchase requisition, and in the requested by, we'll enter Paloma Partridge, and we'll click Process to generate the PO rec. Let's have a look at the purchase order requisition that was created. There it is, number 68, requested by Paloma, and there are the 3 part numbers that we requested. In the case of a distribution center or main warehouse with satellite stocking locations, we can use the Reorder Worksheet to generate transfer requests to maintain optimal inventory levels. The remote tool crib has a turnaround coming up and wants to restock to maximum levels. So we're going to send a transfer request to main. So we'll select the remote tool crib, check ignore minimum, so we're going to order to maximum regardless of quantity on hand, and click Run Query. Transfers are between stocking points, so they don't require vendors or costs or units. For each part number on the Reorder Worksheet, we're going to order the suggested order quantity. Next, we select the document type transfer request. The from location is main, and we click Process to generate the document. Let's have a look at the transfer request we generated. Number 71. And there are all the parts. Let's recap what we've covered. Use the Reorder Worksheet to speed data entry for purchase orders, purchase order requisitions, or transfer requests. Setting primary vendors saves time on replenishment documents. Purchase orders can be created for multiple vendors at one time, and you have the ability to save worksheets if you're interrupted. Thanks for watching this video at the ToolHound Learning Center. For any questions, please contact our technical support team. And remember, subscribe and hit the notification bell.